Hi, everyone. My special guest today is one of my top former students from UCLA, Tina Sarkissian. She took my Intermediate Accounting 2 class at UCLA back in 2021 during the COVID pandemic when she was only a sophomore. She did such an amazing job in my class that I asked her to be my teaching assistant for multiple quarters afterwards. Fast forward today, she just completed her first year at the Big Four CPA firm, KPMG, working as an audit associate in their Los Angeles office. Tina, it's great to see you again. I really appreciate you making time from your busy schedule to do this video with me today.
It's great to see you too, Professor Liu. Thank you for inviting me to do this interview.
Well, I want to start off by having you briefly talk about your firm, KPMG. I'm sure you had other offers from other, name brand accounting firms, but what made you ultimately choose to intern for them and eventually accept a full-time job offer?
Yeah, absolutely. So KPMG, as you mentioned, is one of the big four public accounting firms. And while I was recruiting, I interviewed with several medium-sized accounting firms as well. But I ultimately decided on a big four due to the breadth of opportunity. Big four firms have clients in all sorts of industries and give associates time to explore those industries. In this first year, I've had the opportunity to work on several different clients, including energy companies, industrial clients, software companies, and universities. I've also been able to experience multiple different types of audits, just beyond a standard AICPA or PCAOB audit. So I've had the opportunity to work on a review, a carve-out audit, and even a single audit as well. So that's really helped reinforce my decision for choosing a Big Four public accounting firm. And as for why KPMG specifically, I felt that I really clicked with people that I met during recruiting, which was a driving factor in my decision.
Now, you've been at KPMG for almost a year now. Can you share with my students what a typical day looks like for you? Also, I want to let my viewers know that when you are working in accounting, there's something known as busy season and non-busy season. So busy season is certain periods during the time of the year when your workload gets heavier due to upcoming deadlines. Tina, would you mind sharing how your day differs during busy season compared to non-busy season?
Yeah, absolutely. So, um, typically from day to day, I will start my day at around 8 in the morning by checking emails and Teams messages before I start working on tasks. As an associate, I usually communicate with the senior or the in-charge associate on tasks and questions. And as for the work itself, usually it's performed on firm-issued laptops using firm software to perform the audits. During non-busy season, I work about 40 hours a week, and we focus more on planning and interim testing in order to lessen the workload at year end. And we also spend more time at interim doing trainings to just prepare us for the next level. KPMG in particular has a training facility called the Lake House in Florida, where people from all over the country will gather and learn together. In the evenings, there were also a lot of fun activities like bike riding and pickleball. And the food was absolutely delicious. So during busy season, though, my hours are a bit longer, and the areas of focus during the audit will differ from non-busy season. So this past busy season, I worked about 55 to 60 hours per week on average for 2 months in March and April. We tend to focus more on substantive testing to gain audit evidence during this period of the audit. So I help perform procedures in a variety of different areas like investments, litigation, accounts payable, and equity. So while busy season can be stressful and overwhelming at times, I had a fantastic team who helped coach and guide me. And reflecting back, it was honestly a really fun time where I made a lot of great memories with the team and I learned a lot. We had a lot of fun team lunches and dinners together, and we would play games as a team during breaks to help de-stress. And at the end of the audit, we had an end of audit get together as a team to just celebrate everybody's hard work.
As an auditor, you sometimes have to work at the client side. Having said that, how often do you have to travel for work? How often do you get to work from home? And also, how often do you have to go into the main office?
Overall, my in-person days are pretty flexible and they differ from engagement to engagement. Typically, it's encouraged to go in person when the rest of the team is there. On average, that tends to be 2 to 3 days per week. Client site days also depend on the client's location and other factors as well. So, going in person and spending time around the team, though, is where most of the team bonding happens. And I've also learned a lot from just being in the same area as others. Um, so it's easier for fellow associates to help each other. And just being able to listen to seniors and managers work through various issues and talk through them. It's a really great learning opportunity to be in the same room as them. So every time we meet in person, also whether it's at the client site or at the office, we get lunch together as a team, which is a nice extra perk of going in person.